by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust. They put people first. You'll find those streams online on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook and WTIM TV YouTube. I have the Taylorville Food Pantry Co-Coordinator Amy Hagan in studio. Welcome back, Amy.
Thank you. Good morning.
Also, I have Central Illinois Food Bank Food Acquisition Coordinator Carlene Langheim.
Hello.
Also, Public Relations Manager for Central Illinois Food Bank, Tim Kersenik. It's great to have you back, Tim.
Hi, Avery. Good to see you again.
Let's start with Carlene. Welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I understand this is a new position for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Week 2.
Week 2. Oh, wow. So really green on that.
Mhm.
Tell me about some of your prior experience before coming into this role. What did you do right beforehand?
Right beforehand, I was at Memorial. I was the food production manager at the hospital there.
Okay. So what were those kind of things that you're doing as a food production manager at the hospital?
I would make sure, we had food for everyone, patients, did the menus for the cafeteria, the patients, Meals on Wheels, and the daycare.
Meals on Wheels. That's a really great program,
Right,
too.
exactly.
Delivering free meals to seniors who need it.
Yes.
And as food acquisition coordinator, Carlene, what are some of the responsibilities you do here?
I will be making sure that we have food at the food bank that we can distribute out to the different agencies that we service.
Right. And how did Meals on Wheels kind of influence you to kind of come over to, if it did at all? I mean, it just seems like a very similar kind of mission.
Right. It is. Just influence, make sure that people have food security, and make sure everyone has access to nutritional food every day.
Right. And that's becoming harder for some folks.
Absolutely.
Higher food prices. This is an article from the Associated Press. Higher food prices are worsening a hunger crisis this holiday season. Tim, how's it going from a regional perspective for Central Illinois Food Bank? I understand you guys are staying pretty busy this holiday season.
Definitely, yeah. And, the patterns we've seen are pretty much on trend with those national numbers that you mentioned, Avery. I mean, right now, on average, families are paying upwards of at least 10% more for groceries. Cost of protein and dairy products are up nearly 15%. Some of our partner agencies have reported as much as a 20% increase since early September of new people coming in to access their services. And I know directly our staff at the food bank has been handling an increased number of requests for food assistance as well as we near the holiday season here. So, the work continues every day to make sure that our neighbors have what they need, and we're here to support them. So,
Amy, what have you been experiencing over the last couple of months at the Taylorville Food Pantry?
So, Tim mentioned the number about 10% increase, and I could definitely agree with that number. Since September, we've seen the number of households that we're serving go up by about that number as well. So we're tracking the trend, which I'm not sure is necessarily where we want to be, any of us. But nonetheless, to the point of Carlene, the work that she's going to be doing, has begun to do with the food bank, is so critically important to us as we try to, continue to provide variety and continue to provide quantity to the households that we serve in this county.
This Associated Press article kind of tells a story of a Washington, D.C. organization trying to help a bunch of people. They planned about 12,000 meals, which is even higher than they did beforehand, about 20% more than they expected, but overwhelmed with 16,000 people, and they had to shut down 3 days early. I mean, wow. Is that need seen here in Central Illinois as much? Maybe not to that scale, of course, but is that kind of similar thing being seen here in Central Illinois, Tim?
Yeah, I would say, in speaking with our program team at the food bank, we've had several times over the course of the past year, food distributions, which usually these drive-through food distributions, which we've been doing since the outset of COVID, we plan for about 250 households to come through. And there have been times where we have run out of food and we've had to turn people to our partner agencies or food pantries. The great thing about the food distributions is they're a quick and efficient, effective way to get food out directly to communities in a quick way. Mm-hmm. But we're always so thankful of our 150 partner agencies who are always there as well, working every day to meet the need of our communities. So.
Right. the issue there eventually, I mean, you have a truck. There's only so much space that you could fit in that
Exactly.
truck, and then and then you kind of have to just wait around or find the other partner resource agency that is offering that sort of thing. Amy, locally, do you feel like this story kind of resonates at all with the community? Or, I mean, you guys are always pretty fortunate to have enough food. So any events or anything else that you feel kind of resonates with this, or maybe just something along those lines?
Well, I know like last week, for example, we got 2 trucks in from the Central Illinois Food Bank in 1 week. And so basically, why would that be? Right. Well, the food bank continues to do just a tremendous job in getting us opportunities to procure inventory for the food pantry. Some wonderful variety we've had lately with some Campbell's soup products come to mind. We've got some lovely apples that we got last week that were fresh and bagged and ready to go. But they are constantly putting publicity out, newsletters out in front of us to say, hey, look at, we've got this available today. Please be an early responder to it. And my other coordinator, Pam Moses, she's online all the time looking for things to buy from the food bank, and she does a great job. And then we've got these incredible volunteers that when the trucks come, they show up. Some students from the local high school come and participate in offloading things from the food bank truck and getting things stowed away and ready for distribution.
And Carlene, as a food acquisition coordinator, how do you plan to attack this kind of peculiar situation where there's a higher need of people, higher number of need, right? But then there's also, only so much you could do at once. So I guess what can we do here?
I think I'm just going to have to be in front of everything, maybe work ahead, work with farmers, see what they can maybe promise us toward the end of what you have in the fields. What can I buy from you from the fields? Things, in that nature.
Thinking outside the box
right.
in a way, things that maybe we haven't, resources that we have.
Right. And to keep providing that variety so that things are just keep moving.
Tim, speaking of food trucks and food distributions, I understand there's one coming up here pretty soon for the Central Illinois Food Bank.
That's right. On Friday, we'll be having a drive-through food distribution up in Springfield, Eastview Baptist Church. That'll begin at 11:30. And we're really excited because this one is actually funded through continued support of Friend Indeed, the charitable arm of the State Journal Register. So this is the second year in a row they're going to be helping us to spread some holiday cheer in our communities here in Central Illinois. And then later on in the month, we'll have another drive-through distribution as well, December 21st at Boys and Girls Club, also at 11:30 a.m. So beyond that, we'll be doing a few food deliveries to some housing communities around town in Springfield as well. So we're really excited for it. So.
All right. And there's another organization helping you guys out here pretty soon too.
That's right. So on Friday, we also have Food Drive. News Channel 20 in Springfield is doing a food drive for us, the Joy of Sharing event. So that we'll have a table out there all day outside of Harvest Market in Springfield. We'll be collecting donations for the Central Illinois Food Bank and to help support our neighbors around the holiday season. So, and they'll also be collecting toys as well for Toys for Tots. So if you have a pre-packed, unwrapped toy, make sure to bring it in as well. So,
around this time, and this goes for the Central Illinois Food Bank or the Taylorville Food Pantry, a lot of people kind of bust out the wallets when they're feeling charitable. Should we consider the cash, or should we consider that box of chicken noodle soup?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, any little bit helps to meet the needs of our neighbors and to help support them during the holiday season. So, but you touched on it exactly that, really one of the best ways to make an immediate direct impact is to provide a monetary contribution. So every dollar is donated to the Central Illinois Food Bank could help us cover the cost of up to 6 meals. And 97% of all funds donated to the food bank goes right back into the immediate procurement and distribution of food to our communities. So.
Yeah, Amy, you work with the Central Illinois Food Bank you're able to purchase food at a bulk because of monetary donations, and they're able to do that as well. I mean, that partnership is invaluable.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, there's no question about it. And we do a fair amount of education to the community just to make sure they understand that a dollar given can go so much farther because of the advanced purchasing power that we have due to partnerships like the one we have with the Central Illinois Food Bank. So, it's education. But then certainly to Tim's point, you have to concede the fact that some people truly like the tactile nature of going to the grocery store and getting their kids involved. I've made mention before on prior broadcasts the fact that we have one grandmother here in town whose granddaughters at birthday and at Christmas, they take some of their money and they make it an outing, and they go to the grocery store and the girls fill up their grocery cart. And then one of their biggest delights is to come into the food pantry, get their photograph taken, and then we allow them to, quote, stock the shelves. And so, if that's what it takes to get your children knowledgeable about the fact that there are friends and neighbors in our community that have uncertainty as it relates to how they will feed themselves, feed their families, then so be it. We're not going to turn away any donation, certainly.
Yeah, of course. Taylorville Food Pantry Co-Coordinator Amy Hagan. She's here with Central Illinois Food Bank Food Acquisition Coordinator Carlene Langheim and Public Relations Manager Tim Kersenikas here on the WTIM Morning Show. More from all of them after this short time out. You're on WTIM, your information station.
WTIM.
For over 100 years, Kemmer Village in Assumption, Illinois, has been supporting children and families in need. They've been able to provide residential treatment and foster care services, an on-ground school, equestrian therapy, recreation therapy, and a great summer camp because of the generosity of caring people across Illinois. Your investment can be as rewarding to you as it is to the children. Go to www.kemmervillage.org/donate and help make a difference in a child's life.
Your local radio stations are here for you. No subscriptions or monthly fees necessary. We're here to give you the news, weather, and traffic you need and the music you love. But if the foreign-owned record labels get their way, it could stop the music. They want Congress to force radio stations to pay them more money simply to play their music. Don't let radio go silent. Text LOCAL to 52886 and tell Congress to protect local radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Merry Christmas from all of us at McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. This is Scott McClure, proud to again sponsor nonstop Christmas music on Cruisin' 98.3 and the exclusive sponsor of the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Christmas Music Channel. It's our way of wishing your family the most blessed holiday season and a great 2023. Click the play button on the Christmas Music Channel icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com or tune into Cruisin' 98.3 as we celebrate the holidays together.
Hello, I'm Dick Adams, the new Executive Director of the Christian County Economic Development Corporation. From helping Taylorville and Pana establish and promote their industrial parks to constant communication with existing and prospective employers, our ongoing work has helped grow and attract many businesses. Funding comes from both public and private sources and is vital to continuing our work toward attracting more jobs. Find out more online at christiancountyedc.org.
This announcement donated by the Miller Media Group.
Santa is bringing good sleep. An all-new Bemco Arctic Breeze, Max Life, or Chatham & Wells mattress from Just Beds can improve your sleep and help you cope with the stress of the season. This month, twin Bemco mattresses $149. Queen mattresses just $229. Save up to $300 with the all-new Bemco Arctic Breeze. As always, free delivery, setup, and haul away. Merry Christmas from the guys at Just Beds. Want less holiday stress? See the Yawn Exterminators at Just Beds on Montvale in Springfield.
Just Beds.
At People's Bank and Trust, they say you can bank on us to put your business first. Finally, you have a real banking partner to make sense of business lending. Find out how People's Bank and Trust's business bankers can serve you by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jeff Robinson from Advanced Title. Whether selling your home on your own or through your local realtor, please give us a call at 824-8007 for all your title work needs.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I have the Central Illinois Food Bank in studio. That includes Food Acquisition Coordinator Carlene Langhine and Public Relations Manager Tim Kersenikas. Also, Taylorville Food Pantry Co-Coordinator Amy Hagan. And, you know, here in Taylorville, Amy, you've been pretty busy over the last week or so. You know what? I'm just going to let you go ahead and tell it. Go ahead.
Okay. So anyway, quickly, for the listening audience, I hope you were able to show up to the Festival of Trees that we had in downtown Taylorville. And it really capstoned last Saturday evening when the live auction event ended. So I'm pleased to report to the listenership that our tree ended up winning Mayor's Choice. This was in the large tree category, I think 6 foot and above. And we won Mayor's Choice as well as winning People's Choice. And so we were bantering during the break about whether or not that was related to the fact that we are, you know, a decently known nonprofit organization in town and people appreciate the cause, or if they actually like the tree the best. But nonetheless,
I think it's the tree.
The tree looked good.
Now the mayor, he might have chose the best one.
Okay.
Which is a good thing too.
But it was an honor, and certainly we're going to have a picture of the tree as well as our winnings. We got a couple of nice ribbons from the chamber, and we're going to have them on display at our food pantry for anybody who missed the tree in live form. They can come and see a photograph of it and look at our ribbons.
Visualize the tree for me. Help me paint a picture.
Okay, well,
it's a green tree.
It's a green tree. It was pre-lit, and honestly, you couldn't see a branch, right? It was full of red, white, and green, and then we added the extra element, you know, the plastic play food and boxed food that you let your kiddos play with as they're growing up. Well, anyway, every branch was covered with play food as well, so it was pretty cute, along with our motto, our tagline, feeding hunger with heart. That was the theme of our tree. So we're pretty proud of it. Yeah.
Amy, what other events do you have coming up as the holiday season is here for the Taylorville Food Pantry?
Well, so we have a distribution that will be coming up, of course, Sunday. Christmas is a Sunday, I should say. We will be open the Saturday before that. We'll be open the Thursday before that. So we've got some large meats, turkeys, hams, hoping to have some frozen pies set back. But it's always a fun time of year to be able to spread some joy and then know that we're able to feed some families in a way that maybe they wouldn't be able to without us. So
share your hours again.
Tuesday mornings from 8:30 to 10 a.m., Thursday evenings from 5:30 to 7, and Saturday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m.
All right. And anything else that I'm missing here for the Taylorville Food Pantry as that goes? No?
I can't say if there is.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't glossing over anything there, Amy. Beg your pardon. Carlene, anything else that you'd like to add before you go? This is a new role for you, and it's the holiday season. Or maybe you just want to say thank you for being here. I don't know. I'm giving the floor to you.
I'm excited to be here, and I think it's good, to come in at a holiday season because you see exactly what the needs are that I can follow through with for the rest of the year. So I think it's a great time of year for me to start.
Tim, anything else you'd like to reiterate? Maybe even plug that food distribution one more time.
Well, I just want to say Amy's tree giving me ideas for the food bank tree next year. Absolutely. We have to get on your level. So
did you guys do one for a Festival of Trees or anything?
We did not, no, but maybe next year you'll see an entry from us. So for sure. So we can't let Amy down now. She set the bar.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, she did. The People's Choice Award for the best tree for the Taylorville Festival of Trees. Tim, anything else that you'd like to add?
We just want to say, during this holiday season, make sure to think of your neighbors, individuals who may be less fortunate around the holiday season. Every little bit helps, like we talked about earlier, whether it's a food contribution or monetary contribution. We can all band together to help support our neighbors and make sure everyone has a happy and healthy holiday season.
Central Illinois Food Bank Public Relations Manager Tim Kersenikas. He's here with Food Acquisition Coordinator Carlene Langhine and Taylorville Food Pantry Co-Coordinator Amy Hagan. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Avery.
Thank you.
WTIM.
On Big 870 WTIM.